Sophia's story, a tale of courage and hope. Let me tell you a story about courage, resilience, and the boundless strength of love. It begins on a quiet winter's night in January 2007. Sophia Morgan was just 15 months old, a happy and curious toddler with bright eyes and a giggle that could melt the coldest heart. But on this night, something wasn't right. Her mother, Emma, was awakened by soft whimpers from Sophia's crib. She found her daughter warm to the touch, her little face flushed with fever. It's probably just teething, Emma thought, giving her some medicine before rocking her back to sleep. The house was still, but something gnawed at Emma's instincts, a whisper that said, "This isn't normal." By morning, Sophia's condition had taken a terrifying turn. Her breathing was rapid, her body limp, her once vibrant energy replaced by a frightening stillness. Emma didn't hesitate. She bundled Sophia into her arms and rushed to the doctor. The diagnosis? An ear infection. Emma sighed with relief, clutching the prescription the doctor handed her. But as she left the clinic, she couldn't shake the unease that lingered in her heart. Was it really just an ear infection? A sudden descent? Later that afternoon, Sophia's grandmother, Caroline, was changing her diaper when she noticed something horrifying. Dark bruises had spread across Sophia's tiny body, as if invisible hands had pressed cruelly against her fragile skin. "Emma!" Caroline called out, panic lacing her voice. When Emma saw the bruises, her heart dropped. Something terrible was happening inside her little girl. She called for an ambulance, her voice trembling. The ride to the hospital felt like an eternity. Emma clutched Sophia close, her mind racing with questions. What's happening? Is she going to be okay? At the hospital, chaos erupted. Doctors and nurses surrounded Sophia, their movements swift and purposeful. Machines beeped, and the sterile smell of antiseptic filled the air. A doctor approached Emma and James, his face grave. "Your daughter has meningococcal septicemia strain B," he explained. "It's a severe bacterial infection and she may not survive the night." Emma's world tilted. She sank into a chair, her hands trembling. James, however, refused to give in to despair. "She's Sophia," he said firmly. "She's strong. She'll fight." The fight begins. Sophia's condition deteriorated quickly. Her skin darkened with septicemia patches, turning a deep wine red. The doctors decided to transfer her to a specialist hospital. The journey was perilous. Her life hung by a thread, dependent on a blood transfusion en route. Emma could only watch as the ambulance disappeared into the cold, dark night. Her daughter's tiny body dwarfed by the machinery meant to save her. Hours later, a phone call came. Sophia had survived the journey. Relief flooded through Emma and James as they rushed to the specialist hospital. But when they saw her, their hearts shattered anew. Sophia was unrecognizable, her small body swollen, tubes protruding from her arms, machines keeping her alive. Could their little girl really come back from this? For 4 days they sat by her bed, whispering to her, praying she could hear them. On the 5th day, a miracle. Sophia began to respond to the antibiotics. "She's improving," the doctors said. Emma and James wept with relief, but the battle was far from over. "Her hands and feet have been severely damaged," the doctors warned. "Amputation may be necessary." Hard choices and heartbreak. As Sophia grew stronger, her injuries became more apparent. Her hands and feet turned black and lifeless, the result of the infection's damage. One evening, as Emma read a bedtime story to Sophia and her sister, she noticed something small and black on the couch. Picking it up, her breath caught. It was Sophia's toe. The doctors confirmed what Emma already feared. Sophia's hands and feet would need to be amputated. The night before the surgery, Emma sat by her daughter's crib, her heart heavy with grief. She leaned close to Sophia and whispered, "I promise you, my love, I'll find a way to give you your hands back. You'll live a full and happy life." Triumph over adversity. The surgery was long and grueling, but Sophia survived. Recovery was painful, filled with setbacks and uncertainty. Yet even in her darkest moments, Sophia showed remarkable strength. Her laughter, her smiles, and her determination began to return, lighting up the hearts of everyone around her. With the help of advanced prosthetics, Sophia learned to draw, play, and embrace life with unbridled joy. Emma's promise had come true. Sophia's hands were restored, not in the way they once were, but in a way that allowed her to grasp independence and happiness. Lessons from Sophia's story. Sophia's journey wasn't just about survival, it was about resilience, love, and the power of hope. Emma and James learned to trust their instincts, to find strength in the face of fear, and to value every precious moment. Most of all, they learned that life isn't about what you've lost, but about what you make of what you have. Sophia grew into a beacon of inspiration, her story touching the lives of countless others. It reminds us all that even in the darkest times there is light, and that with love and determination, anything is possible. If Sophia's story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our channel. Let her journey inspire you to find hope, courage, and joy in your own story.